is going on, everybody? Ali here, and welcome to my Food Wars, Shokugeki no Soma Food Wars episode 11 review. The season is almost over. A little bummer, but you know what? It was a great episode anyways today. This whole season's been awesome, but this episode, it started off with, it was funny that Ryo, Hayama, and Soma are still in Hayama's, place with his sensei. And it was like, Ryo is just the funniest dude because he has that droopy face with his has those bags under his eyes and everything, and Soma made 2 omelet wraps or something like that, and he gave it to Ryo, and he's just saying I can make this better. He's saying that he can make everything better, which is just hilarious. He's probably the funniest. He wasn't the only funny part in the episode, but he was probably the funniest part. So Soma asks Shiomi Sensei overall what the what is it called? I got the STAGIAIRE exam, the test, what it's all about. So Shiomi proceeds to tell him what it is. And basically what it is, what a STAGIAIRE is, I wouldn't completely say that it's a exchange program or anything, because it's basically a program or a test or an exam where students are the academy sends students to different businesses or restaurants or just places of business where they can get good experience and stuff like that. Yeah, just to get good experience out in the real world and things like that, and just learning about what it is to own a business and stuff, and helping out a business and everything. So that's basically what a STAGIAIRE is. And the first trial, you get to be paired with somebody. And what was funny was that when Soma was at the train station, Hisako is there. Hisako is his partner, and she's freaking out and stuff. She doesn't like him because Erina doesn't like him. So he's like, oh, hey, Hisako, I haven't seen you in a while and stuff. And she's like, don't call me by that and stuff. It was hilarious. And also, you know how Soma is paired with Hisako? Megumi is paired up with Erina, which is just so funny. Soma and Hisako go to the restaurant that they are assigned to. And what's the problem with this restaurant is that there's so many people that come in, and there's a lot of complaints that come out, people just leave without eating and stuff, and they just complain because honestly that restaurant is understaffed. And when there's so many people, because of a bullet train station that was built right next to the restaurant, people come off and drop by to have a quick bite, then get off, get back on the train, and then go back home or go back to work. So they wanted everything to be fast, all those customers and stuff, and they were understaffed and everything. So they're getting so many complaints and stuff. So Soma and Hisako go there to help fix their problem and stuff. And Hisako is not prepared for what happens. There's just a gigantic group of people that just rush into the restaurant. She's freaking out and stuff. She's like, oh my gosh, what do I gotta do? What do we gotta do? And so she does quickly learn and stuff, but then she turns around, she sees it looks like it's done, but it's not done, because the second round of people just rush in and stuff, and Hisako's like, I don't even have time to relax and stuff. And then she turns around, she sees Soma just getting shit done, and her face is just oh my gosh, this kid is amazing. But you know, we all know Soma had so much experience in the diner and everything that he's used to all this stuff. So finally the rush is completely done and stuff, and the staff from the restaurant's thank you guys for helping us out. And then Hisako's just no, it was all Soma. And they're like, no, it was also you, Hisako, because you're a quick learner and you learned what the whole thing, what was going on and everything, which was really cool. And to see Hisako's face, she's saying thank you and stuff, and the animation, the scene with the close-up on her face was just beautiful, on point. It was great. And it's funny because when Soma and Hisako were in the restaurant rushing around and stuff, Soma is saying oh, you can do this, Hisako, and stuff, and Hisako is just she's starting to tear up, and she's like, don't order me around. And it's not really ordering around, it's a kitchen is all about teamwork. That's what it's all about. And Soma is just trying to help like with teamwork with her, and she knows that's what he's trying to do, but she just doesn't like when he's telling her to do things. And so she like tears up, she swallows her pride, and she follows suit of what Soma's doing, and they both get the restaurant up and running again, like a lot less complaints and a lot more like revenue, a lot more customers coming in like for food, a lot more sales have gone up. But there's something that Soma says. Is this good enough? And what he means like that, Hisako's wondering like what he means like that is that like when Hisako and Soma leave, they're gonna revert back to what they were with like more complaints and less sales and everything. Hisako is just like, let's get a quick staff meeting going on. So they're talking about like ways to get the restaurant like up and running even when Hisako and Soma leave. So Hisako decides like, hey, why don't you make the menu smaller or something, like good idea, but then the staff is just like, but it's not going to be the restaurant that we know and that we love if we do that and stuff. And then Soma's like, do you want to keep this place running? What restaurant is it that you want out of this whole thing? What do you want as a chef, to the head chef, to the owner? So Soma suggests something. Make it a reservation only restaurant. The owner's just like, oh, but if I do that, I'm gonna lose a lot of customers and stuff. Soma's like, yeah, you're gonna lose a lot of customers and stuff, but it's gonna be a lot easier for the small staff that you have. And also they put out like a hiring sign, like now hiring and everything, so they get more staff. And if it's a reservation only thing, then it's going to be a lot nicer for them, a lot easier for them to fix up the restaurant and stuff for people who walk in and stuff. Yeah, he's going to lose customers that come off the bullet train and just want to go and get a bite to eat and then leave, but it's better to lose some and get less complaints, honestly, for a restaurant. So they suggest that it's a reservation only restaurant, and so that's what happens with that restaurant. They saved that restaurant basically, which is their visible mark, what Shiomi Sensei said, to leave a visible mark, and that is what they did for them. And overall they passed the first course and everything, because there was some like academy director that was hiding in the shadows or something watching them, which was funny. Animation was like hilarious with Soma and Hisako and everything. And she said, you guys completely passed to leave a visible mark to help out this restaurant. So they just like completely passed the flying colors and stuff. So now on to Megumi and Erina. And honestly, Erina, I'm starting to get pretty annoyed by her. Like, what she did kind of got me mad, because when Erina and Megumi go to the restaurant that they're assigned to, it was like a French restaurant, she's just saying like everything is terrible here and stuff like that, it doesn't taste good and everything. And it kind of pissed me off, because even though she is the god tongue and everything, and she's like stuck up, like regardless of how good you are, you do not demean or like put down the head owner, the head chef of a restaurant. Yeah, you can complain about some things and you can like suggest things, but you can't just say like, hey, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. And that's what got me so mad about Erina, is just like what she did and what she told this chef. And literally in like 5 minutes, she's basically the head chef of that freaking kitchen. I'm like what? And then Megumi is just over there washing dishes and stuff, and she's like, I won't be able to leave a visible mark with what Erina's doing, because Erina is just dominating. Like, she's gonna make a huge mark in this restaurant. And so Megumi, what she suggested was that she looked at 2 plates that she was going to wash. One had vegetables with like no sauce, and another dish had a lot of sauce left over. So she suggested, why don't you leave like a thing of sauce like on the table for people to put their own amount of sauce that they want on their dish. And the head chef was just like really mad, saying like, stop it and stuff. But Erina thought that was good too, so she got to leave like a small mark in the restaurant too with Erina. Megumi, nice job. After the whole week went by about Soma and Hisako, they helped the restaurant. They completely helped and made the visible mark. They're walking away, and Soma was like saying to Hisako, was they're like, oh, you're probably gonna go to where Erina is, right? You're gonna probably go back to where Erina is. And she's saying like, I can't go, not from what I did, what happened to me, I don't deserve to be around her. And Soma's like, he repeats like a quote that she said, And he's like, this isn't the place where you want to be, right? And she's saying that, like, I was perfectly fine being behind her. And what Soma said, instead of being behind her, why don't you be next to her, be alongside her, and be like her companion, not just like an assistant and everything. And Hisako's face, that scene, the animation was so beautiful looking. Soma was just comforting Hisako, and Hisako's just like completely warmed up to him, which was really cool. And she's just like, oh, thank you and stuff. And then he's like, oh, this is the perfect opportunity. He takes out the manga that Erina wanted, like a bag, gave it to Hisako, saying like, Erina wanted these mangas, but I never had the chance to like go over there and give them to her, so this is the perfect opportunity, Hisako, for you to go and give these to her and say that like, I'm back and I want to stay and everything. And then Hisako, like, her face, she goes up, she's like blushing a little bit, and she smiles, and she says thank you to Soma. She says thank you to Soma. What? You would not expect that, honestly. And was really cool. She just rushes away to find Erina. And something cool that Soma was thinking about is like completely true, is that I need to find my own way. He also said to Hisako that like, I lost to Hayama too, and you lost to Hayama, so let's work together and beat him together. How about that? And then Hisako smiles, says thank you and everything. She goes, and then he realizes, because she always tried to be in the shadow of Erina, and Soma realizes that he has been in the shadow of his father. So he's deciding like, you know what, I am going to find my own way. I'm going to go out into the world. I'm going to find my own restaurant, my own way of doing things, which is just awesome. And the ending credits, like that whole thing happened with Soma, awesome stuff. The ending credits show Kojiro at his restaurant. I think it was in France. I think it was in Paris, France, where his restaurant is. And I'm just like really excited about what's gonna happen with that. I think that like the last episode or something like that, Soma is, I think, part of the Stagiaire. I think the next step is that they're gonna go like abroad, like to a different country maybe, or like completely different restaurant, but they're gonna go solo and stuff. And Soma's gonna go to Kojiro's restaurant in Paris. I think that is what's gonna happen, and I am excited for that. He's gonna learn so much shit. I'm so excited. It was a good episode. That's how the episode ends, with that credit scene and everything. So it was just an awesome episode. Very funny stuff with Rio. Very funny stuff with Erina and Megumi, because Megumi is just, her face is like the cutest looking. It's just adorable and hilarious. And Erina's just pissed off from hearing Soma, because Megumi was talking about Soma in Erina's limo and stuff, and Erina's just like, please don't talk about him. Soma and Hisako was hilarious, but Hisako warming up to Soma was just an awesome thing to watch. So I gave this episode, I gave it a 10 out of 10, even though it wasn't like something crazy or anything. I still enjoyed it thoroughly, with all like the emotions and just leading up to where Soma is going to be and where everybody else is going to be, like Hisako and all of them. It was just awesome, so I give it a 10 out of 10. So like the video if you did, comment down below on your thoughts of the episode, and comment down your thoughts of like what you think's gonna happen like next episode and stuff like that. Like the video if you like the episode and all that stuff, and subscribe to my channel for more reviews, vlogs, unboxings, live reactions, and theory discussion videos and things like that. So gentlemen, stay classy, ladies, stay sassy, but most importantly, everybody, you gotta stay a little nasty. Alright, so peace and love, and I will see you all later with the next video of Food Wars.